Next 5 verses. First 5, Pushpa.
Yeah, I'm starting.
Aditya.
1 minute.
The next 5, Aruna. Over 15 verse.
Starting with invocation.
So total 16.
Om Purnamida Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnamevavashishyate Ishawasyam idam sarvam yatkincha jagatyam jagat tena tyaktena bhunjetha magrida kashya svidhanam kurvan eveha karmani jijivise chatam samha evam tvayi nanyathetospi na karma lipyate nare आसुर्यानाम ते लोका अन्धेन तमसावृता तांस्ते प्रेत्याभिगच्छन्ति ये के चात्माहनो जना अनेजत् एकं मनसो जावियो नैनद्देव अप्नुवान् पूर्वमर्सात् तद्धावतोऽन्यान् अत्येति तिष्ठात् तस्मिन् अपो मातरीश्व ददाति तद् एजति तन्नैजति तद्दुरे तद्व अन्तिके तद् अन्तर् अस्य सर्वस्य तद्यु सर्वस्यास्य बाह्य यातः Done, Mataji. 5.
Yeah. Aditya.
Hare Krishna Mataji. Aditya Prabhuji is on mute mode.
Okay. Can you chant?
I'll chant 6 and 7.
Yeah.
Yastu sarvani bhutani atmani eva pashyanti sarva bhuteshu atmanam tatona vijupsate yasmin sarvani bhutani atma iva bahut bhut. Mataji.
यस्मिन् सर्वाणि भूतानि आत्मैवा भूद्विजानकः आत्मैवाभूद्विजानकः
विजान्तः तत्र को मोहः शोकः एकत्वम् अनुपश्यते
पश्यतः. Next. Next.
6 and I should chant 8th one. I'm not prepared. 8th one.
Okay, 8th one you can chant. Aruna can chant.
Yeah, Mataji, I will try. Hare Krishna Mataji. Saparyagachukram akhyam avaranam masnavira shuddham papa vidham kavi manishi paribhu swambhura yatha tathyato thana व्यधातच्छाश्वतिभ्यः समाभ्यः अन्धमतमः प्रविशन्ति ये विद्यामुपासते ततो भूय इव ते तमो यौ विद्याया रताः अन्यदेवाहुरविद्याय नायदाहुरविद्यया इति शुश्रुम धीराणां ये नस्तद्विचक्षिरे विद्यां च विद्या च यस तदवेदो भयं सः अविद्यामृत्युं
अविद्यामृत्युं तीर्थः
अविद्यामृत्युं तीत्वा विद्यामृतमश्नुते
विद्यायाम्
विद्यायाम् अश्नुते
विद्यायामृतम्
विद्यायामृत अश्नुते अन्धं तमः प्रविशन्ति ये सम्भू
य
ये
असम्भूतिम्
यः सम्भूतिम् उपासते ततो भूय इव ते तमो य उ सम्भूत्यायं रतः सम्भूत्यां रतः अन्यदेवाहु संभवात्
Anika Tiwari can chant from here. Wait, let everyone try. Mana Roy, Anika Tiwari. Yeah, Anika Tiwari. Chant. Anyadevahu sambhava. 13th words. You're not audible, Mataji. You're not audible. Why? You're not audible. You're not audible. Something wrong, I think, from your side. Mana Roy, can you chant?
Hare Krishna Mataji, I'll try. Anyad evahu sambhavad, anyad ahur asambhavat, iti
Sambhavad is
asambhavat, iti suramadhiranam, iti suradhiranam,
Shushruma.
iti shushrumadhiranam, ya nastad vishaskire,
One minute. Dhīrānam. I is there, na? Dhīrānam. Yenas tad vicha chakshire. Don't hurry. See how Aruna read now. See, there are two words. You read one very peacefully. You don't have to hurry. Iti shushuma dhīrānam. Yenas tad vicha chakshire. Vicha chakshire. Okay.
vichakshire. Iti shushrumadhirana yanastad
It is here or
vishakshire
ye. It is here or ye.
yanastad
One
vichakshire
minute. What is the spelling? Y-E is yaha or ye?
ye
Ah, you know, there is a student from Switzerland. He's a foreigner. But till now he has not done one mistake. He does it very carefully, he reads. Ye, nas, tat, vicha, chakshire. Practice at home. Bhakti Shastri students here. What is this? Practice at home, na? Every day one. Just practice properly. Ye, nas, tad, vicha, chakshire. Write down. One time writing is 10 times reading. Write down and practice. This is why E is ye. Okay, I don't have to teach now syllables now. Okay, next 14th one. 14th one, Sudha, can you read? Just see whether your voice is audible. And practice at home, huh, all of you. I'm not going to take all these things every day. Hmm. No voice. Pushpa, will you read?
Now am I audible, Mataji?
Yeah, audible. Read. Now again,
So,
when they up one line, U ke upar line, you should understand it is dirgha. Dirgha, rasva, a, u, u. You do one thing. All of you practice is e, a, e, u. Practice that. That is how you have to start with again shiksha. Shiksha means u. Because when upar u is there, you have to say sambhuti. Sambhutim. च विनाशं च
यस्तवेदो भयं सः
आराम से आराम
विनाशे
no guy no you take 1 second for every word
सम्भूतिं च विनाशं च यस्तद्वेदो भयं सः विनाशेन मृत्युं तीव्रा
huh
सम्भूत्यां
what was that word Tibra
विनाशेन मृत्युं त्रि- त्रि- त्रित्वा
तीर्त्वा
त्रित्वा सम्भूत्यामृतमश्नुते
that's not it sambhut it is not sambhutyam
सम्भूत्यामृतमश्नुते.
yes. So what you all will do is you will write the same words in Devanagari form. This is in Balram form. So in Sanskrit, what you will write? U means U like this, not like this. So there is a homework for you all. And you will send me a writing first to 5 with invocation, that means 6 verses. Everybody will send me. Let me see how much you have put Dirgha and how much you have put Rasva. Converting the Devanagari to Balram. Sorry, Balram to Devanagari. Devanagari means Sanskrit. Or you can say Hindi also. So first 5 with the invocation, that means 6. All of you will send to me in person. Don't have to put in group. I will check and give you marks. Okay? If you have not done properly, I'm going to make you sit with the Gurukul students. Read.
हिरण्य हिरण्यमयेन
1 minute.
पात्रे
Take time. What was that word?
हिरण्यमयेन
What?
मंत्र 15 माताजी ना.
I am also in that. See, I am also in that mantra.
हाँ
Hirana is there. What? Na is there. What? Is it Hirana? Hirana? No, na. It is just no. Hiranmayena patrena.
हिरण्मयेन पात्रेण सत् सत्य
Yeah.
सत्यस्पितं सत्यस्पिहितं मुखं
Satyasya.
सत्यस्यापिहितं मुखम्.
Very good. Tattvam Pushan.
I'll repeat Mataji from starting.
No. Only third line. Tattvam
Tat-
Pushan.
तत्त्वं पूषन् पावृणु
Apavrunu. Apavrunu.
पूषन् Mataji, can you repeat it please?
Tattvam Pushan. Apavrunu. Apavrunu.
पावृणु तत्त्वं पूषन् अपावृणु सत्यधर्माय दृष्टये.
Now 16. Practice is not very difficult. You write down. And you will write not one time. In this whole week, every day you will write and send to me. The whole one who is not writing and sending to me, I am not going to pass you in Ishopanishad. That is for true. Understand it very nicely. Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. 4 times. I want you all to write. First 5 with the invocation. In Hindi. Or you can say in Balram font. English, Hindi. Every day this will be your work. I know Pushpa Mataji's right hand is still not working properly. But still you will write. You are having pain. But still you will write. Okay? If you are not able to write, you will chant and record and send to me. Okay? One who is not able to write because of the hand problem, because I can see that she is having hand problem, you will record and send to me. Every day I will listen. Okay? And all of you also will write, record next week, not now. Just write and practice. Okay? And Geeta Mataji, if you don't know to write in Sanskrit, you can record and send to me. For South Indians, they don't know how to write Hindi. There's a problem. If you know, very good. The 16th verse. Pushan ekarshe yama surya prajapatiya yuhatasmin yuharasmin samuha
तेजो यत्ते रूपं कल्याणकं तत् ते पश्यामि योऽसावसौ पुरुषः सोऽहमस्मि. Big words. पूषण्येकर्षयमसूर्य प्रजापतये व्यूहरस्मिन् समूह. Chant along with me. पूषण्येकर्षेयमसूर्य
Ocean Ekarseyamas. Mataji, I have to recite or everyone have to recite?
Keep your phone in mute and everybody's lips I'll see. पूषण्येकर्षे यमसूर्य प्रजापतये व्यूहरस्मिन् समूह तेजो यत्ते रूपम् कल्याणकं तत्. That you should take up. कल्याणकं तत् ते पश्यामि योऽसावसौ पुरुषः सोऽहमस्मि. Aditya, you repeat.
Hare Krishna
Hare
Mataji.
Krishna Mataji, I'm facing net problem.
What I can do for that? Please mute your phone. Aditya, please chant.
Hare Krishna. Pushan Ekarsha Yama Surya Prajapatya Vyuha Rasmin Samuha
Very good.
Tejo Yatte Rupam Kalyana Tamamam Tat Te Pashyami Yo Asava Asau Purush
कल्याणकं तत् तमं तत् इति, sorry. तेजो यत्ते रूपं कल्याणतमं तत्
Tejo Yatte Rupam Kalyana Tamam Tat Te Pashyami Yo Asava Asau Purushaha So Aham Asmi.
सोऽहमस्मि. सोऽहं
So
सो
Soham Asmi.
पूषणे कर्षे यमसूर्य प्रजापतयव्यूहरस्मिन् समूह तेजो यत्ते रूपं कल्याणतमं तत् ते पश्यामि योऽसावसौ पुरुषः सोऽहमस्मि. Okay, clear? Geeta, will you repeat once? Others go on following when they read.
Krishna. पूषन्नेकर्षयमसूर्यप्राजाप्रपत्या प्रजापत्या व्यूहरश्मिन् समूहा तेजो यत्ते रूपं कल्याणतं तद् ते पश्यामि योऽसावसौ पुरुषः सोऽहमस्मि.
समं तत् प्राजापत्य. ठीक है?
प्राजापत्य इट इस् न. पूषन्नेकर्षेयमसूर्यप्राजापत्या व्यूहं रश्मिन् समूहा तेजो यत्ते रूपं कल्याणतं तत् ते पश्यामि योऽसावसौ पुरुषः सोऽहमस्मि. सोऽहमस्मि.
Very good. So this is how you should read. You should try to again see. Okay, what is the meaning? Pushan. Oh Lord, you are Pushan. Maintainer. What a nice word, isn't it? Pushan. You are maintainer. Ekarshe. You are philosopher. Ekarshi. Ekarshe means you are that rishi. One rishi. One philosopher. Primeval philosopher. He is a rishi of all the rishis. Ekarshe. Yama. You are Yama. You are regulating principle. Yamaraj. Yamaraj has been given this administration to regulate the administration. So you are the regulating principle. This is one meaning. Another meaning is you have yam in Ashtanga Yoga. What are the yama? Yamas are the regulating principle. What not to do? Yam niyam. Asan. You have asan, pranayam, pratyahara, dharana, dhyan, samadhi. This yama means regulating principle. Surya. Surya. What is the Surya? This is the destination of the Suris. Surya, great devotees. Nitya Suris. What is the meaning of Nitya Suris? The great devotees who are always residing with him. Surya. Prajapatya. You are the well-wishers of all the Prajapatis. Who are the Prajapatis? Daksha is one of the Prajapati. You know that? There are 12 Prajapatis. Daksha is one of the Prajapatis. So Prajapati means one who is the progenitor of mankind. They have been told. How many Prajapatis are there, Aditya? Just find out. Read out all the names of the Prajapatis. Okay. So progenitors of mankind. That means they have been given this work. What is that work? Expand. Expand the progeny. So who is a Prajapatya? There is Lord. See, one is Prajapati, one is Prajapati. There's some difference. Prajapati means he is the well-wisher of all the Prajapatis. Okay, by mistake also don't say Prajapati. He is not Prajapati. He is Prajapati. See, one little meaning, one little, if you don't place A, your whole meaning changes. You are categorizing Krishna in Prajapati. No, he is not Prajapati. He is Prajapati. Understood? How many Prajapatis are there? Yes, Aditya.
20 Mataji.
20, na? Yeah. That is why I felt I'm wrong. In telling 20, yeah, 20 Prajapatis. The names are there?
Yes, Angira, Atri Muni, Barhishat, Bharadwaj, Brahma, Daksh, Gautam, Jamadagni, Kardam Muni, Kashyap Muni, Marichi, Prachin Barhi, Ruchi,
Hmm.
Samvatsar, Shishumar, Swayam Bhuvamanu, Twatsta, Vasishta, Vishwakarma, Vishwamitra.
Put this in the group. So they are all the 20 Prajapatis, and Lord is the well-wisher of all the Prajapatis. That is why it's Prajapatya. Prajapatya. Vyuha Rasmin. Vyuha Rashmin. Vyuha means remove. Remove. What you remove? The rays. Samoha, kindly withdraw this. When I'm looking at you, all the rays, I want to see your face. Just remove your rays. Just see how the devotees speak to Krishna. He's Prajapatya, just the well-wisher. He's a controller. But the devotees, pure devotees, they say, we want to see you, Lord. Why are you showing all these effulgence to me? Why are you showing all these opulence? I don't want to see your opulence. Anyhow, you are opulent. But I want to see your wonderful face. So kindly withdraw this effulgence. Yatte Rupam. I want to see a Rupa, your Sundar Rupa. And so devotees are more inclined in worshipping the deities. For deities, they'll not show all these off. They are all dependent on the devotees. Deities are in Asahaya Rupa. If you ask the devotees whom you want to worship, Krishna's Para Avatara or Archa Vigraha Avatara, they'll say Archa Vigraha is very wonderful because they are under our control. Archa Vigraha are under the control of the devotees. Why? They are Asahaya Rupa, they are dependent on the devotees. Devotees can dress them, devotees can feed them. They are completely dependent on devotees. The pure devotees, they love Archa Vigraha. They love Archa Vigraha Sevanam. So just see what is given. Tatte Tayatte Rupam. I want to see your Rupa. How is your Rupa? Kalyanatamam. Kalyanatamam. The most tamam. Kalyanatamam. That is most auspicious. Tatte Pashyami. Tatte Pashyami. So your Rupam is very, very auspicious. Te Pashyami. I want to see. Yahasao. Yahasao. You are like the sun. Asau Purushah Sah Ahamasmi. You are like the sun. You are the eternal supreme personality of Godhead, like unto the sun, as I am, as am I. Now, what is the meaning of this? As am I. You are the eternal supreme personality of Godhead, like unto the sun. So, like sun, you are eternal. Sun is also eternal. As am I. I am also eternal. That doesn't mean that I am comparing myself with God. I am comparing myself with God in eternity, not in supremacy. Sun is also not equal to Krishna. Sun is dependent on Krishna. As am I. Even I am dependent on you, Krishna. Whatever intelligence, whatever Shakti, whatever opportunity a person gets, it is because of Krishna. So I am completely dependent on you. My bhakti is also dependent on you. You are eternal, I am eternal. My relationship with you is also eternal. And you make me remind of that eternity. Mata smritir jnanam apohanam cha. It is Krishna who makes us remember his service. I by my own have no strength. First thing a jiva should understand. I by my own strength have no strength. But I am completely dependent on Lord even for bhakti. When Krishna gives bhakti, I can more progress in taking your shelter, which I have forgotten. So in this way, you are the maintainer. You have given the regulative principles. You are the philosopher. You are the destination of all the devotees. You are the well-wisher of all the Prajapatis. O Lord, please remove or withdraw your effulgence and please let me see your beautiful face. Your face, beautiful face gives auspiciousness and gives me the understanding that of my eternity. That means what is the meaning at the sadhana level, what to understand? Can I ask Krishna as a sadhaka, please remove all your reflectors, I want to see you. As a sadhaka, we are not able to understand our own, we are struggling in our own sadhana. So as a sadhaka, to understand this verse, what we can do? We can say, oh Lord, please give me the understanding of the eternal service. I am dependent on you. Let me understand very nicely that you are my well-wisher. There is no well-wisher, there is no best friend than Krishna. Bhoktaram tapasam sarvaloka maheshwaram surdam sarvabhutanam gyatva mam shanti brichyati. As a sadhaka, we should understand when you are at the prema level, is completely dependent on Lord. Even at the sadhaka level, a person says, oh Lord, I am completely dependent on you. In the prema level, you can tell Krishna, oh Krishna, you are dependent on me. At that prema level only, where Yashoda Mata can say, see, for Makhan, you come to me only. That is prema level. That type of prema should be there. The Lord is dependent on me, on my service. But as a sadhaka, we are dependent on Krishna even for getting a service. Okay. So this verse is actually at the prema level. But as a sadhaka, we are sadhakas. Now, how we'll understand this verse? So to understand this verse, we should understand that my eternal position can be reminded by you only because you are my well-wisher. Please make me remind of my position. That I am eternally servant of yours. Let me always serve you, O Lord. Okay. So Aditya, please read the translation purport directly.
Hare Krishna. O my Lord, O primeval philosopher, maintainer of the universe, O regulative principle, destination of the pure devotees, well-wisher of the progenitors of mankind, please remove the effulgence of your transcendental rays so that I can see your form of bliss. You are the eternal supreme personality of Godhead, like unto the sun, as am I. Purport. The sun and its rays are one and the same qualitatively. Similarly, the Lord and the living entities are one and the same in quality. The sun is one, but the molecules of the sun's rays are innumerable. The sun's rays constitute part of the sun, and the sun and its rays conjointly constitute the complete sun. Within the sun itself resides the sun god, And similarly, within the supreme spiritual planet, Golok Vrindavan, from which the Brahmajyoti presence is emanating, the Lord enjoys his eternal pastimes as verified in the Brahma Samhita 5.29. चिंतामणि प्रतर सद्मशोकल्पवृक्ष लक्षावृतेषु सुरभिरभिपाल्य यन्तं लक्ष्मी सहस्रशत संभ्रम सेव सेव्यमानं गोविन्दमादिपुरुषं तमहं भजामि. I worship Govinda, the primeval Lord, the first progenitor, who is tending the cows, fulfilling all desires in abode filled with spiritual gems and surrounded by millions of wish fulfilling trees. He is always served with great reverence and affection by hundreds of thousands of Lakshmis or goddesses of fortune. The Brahmajyoti is described in the Brahma Samhita as the rays emanating from that supreme spiritual planet, Golok Vrindavan, just as the sun's rays emanate from the sun globe. Until one surpasses the glare of the Brahmajyoti, one cannot receive information of the land of the Lord. The impersonalist philosophers, blinded as they are by the dazzling Brahmajyoti, can realize neither the factual abode of the Lord nor his transcendental form. Limited by their poor fund of knowledge, such impersonalist thinkers cannot understand the all blissful transcendental form of the Lord Krishna. In this prayer, therefore, Sri Ishopanishad petitions the Lord to remove the effulgent rays of the Brahmajyoti so that the pure devotee can see his all blissful transcendental form. By realizing the impersonal Brahmajyoti, one experiences the auspicious aspect of the Supreme, and by realizing the Paramatma or all pervading feature of the Supreme, one experiences an even more auspicious enlightenment. But by meeting the personality of Godhead Himself face to face, the devotee experiences the most auspicious feature of the Supreme. Since he is addressed as the primeval philosopher and maintainer and well-wisher of the universe, the supreme absolute truth cannot be impersonal. This is the verdict of Sri Ishopanishad. The word Pushan, maintainer, is especially significant, for although the Lord maintains all beings, he specifically maintains his devotees. After surpassing the impersonal Brahmajyoti and seeing the personal aspect of the Lord and his most auspicious eternal form, the devotee realizes the absolute truth in full. In his Bhagavad Sandarbha, Srila Jiva Goswami states, the complete conception of the absolute truth is realized in the personality of Godhead because he is almighty and possesses full transcendental potencies. The full potencies of the absolute truth is not realized in the Brahma Jyoti. Therefore, Brahman realization is only partial realization of the personality of Godhead. O learned sages, the first syllable of the word Bhagwan, Bha, has two meanings. The first is one who fully maintains, and the second is guardian. The second syllable Ga means guide, leader, or creator. The syllable Van indicates that every being lives in him and that he also lives in every being. In other words, the transcendental sound Bhagwan represents infinite knowledge, potency, energy, opulence, strength, and influence, all without a tinge of material inebriety. Hare Krishna. Sorry. The Lord fully maintains his unalloyed devotees and he guides them progressively on the path toward devotional perfection. As a leader of his devotees, he ultimately awards the desired result of devotional service by giving himself to them. The devotee of the Lord sees the Lord eye to eye by his causeless mercy. Thus, the Lord helps his devotees reach the supermost spiritual planet, Golok Vrindavan. Being the creator, he can bestow all necessary qualifications upon his devotees so that they can ultimately reach him. The Lord is the cause of all causes. In other words, since there is nothing that caused him, he is the original cause. Consequently, he enjoys his own self by manifesting his own internal potency. The external potency is not exactly manifested by him, for he expands himself as the Purushas, and it is in these forms that he maintains the feature of the material manifestation. By such expansions, he creates, maintains, and annihilates the cosmic manifestation. The living entities are also differentiated expansions of the Lord's self, and because some of them desire to be lords and imitate the Supreme Lord, He allows them to enter into cosmic creation with the option to fully utilize their propensity to lord it over nature. Because of the presence of his part and parcel, the living entities, the entire phenomenal world is steered into action and reaction. Thus, the living entities are given full facilities to lord it over material nature, but the ultimate controller is the Lord himself in his plenary feature as Paramatma, the super soul, who is one of the Purushas. Thus, there is a gulf of difference between the living entity, Atma, and the controlling Lord, Paramatma, the soul and the super soul. Paramatma is the controller and the Atma is the controlled. Therefore, they are in different categories. Because the Paramatma fully cooperates with the Atma, he is known as the constant companion of the living being, the all pervading feature of the Lord, which exists in all circumstances of waking and sleeping, as well as in potential states, and from which the Jiva Shakti, living force, is generated as both conditioned and liberated souls, is known as Brahman. Since the Lord is the origin of both Paramatma and Brahman, he is the origin of all living entities and all else that exists. One who knows this engages himself at once in the devotional service of the Lord. Such a pure and fully cognizant devotee of the Lord is fully attached to him in heart and soul. And whenever such a devotee assembles with similar devotees, they have no engagement but the glorification of the Lord's transcendental activities. Those who are not as perfect as the pure devotees, namely those who have realized only the Brahman or Paramatma feature of the Lord, cannot appreciate the activities of the perfect devotees. The Lord always helps the pure devotees by imparting necessary knowledge within their hearts, and thus, out of his special favor, he dissipates all the darkness of ignorance. The speculative philosophers and yogis cannot imagine this because they more or less depend on their own strength. As stated in the Katha Upanishad 1.2.23, the Lord can be known only by those whom he favors and not by anyone else. Such special favors are bestowed upon his pure devotees only. Sri Ishopanishad thus points to the favor of the Lord, which is beyond the purview of the Brahmajyoti. Hare Krishna.
So here there is a gulf of difference between the living entities and the controlling Atma. So Atma and Paramatma, Paramatma is a controller. We are all controlled by Lord. Atma is controlled by Lord. That's the difference. So impersonal Brahma Jyoti, that is also Krishna's effulgence. Then localized Paramatma, Krishna is there in everyone's heart. And Krishna as a person has a beautiful form. These both are impersonal. That is Krishna's feature as Brahman and Krishna's feature as Paramatma. They both are impersonal. But the personal aspect of Lord is Bhagavan feature. That is how Krishna's personal aspect has also been spoken. What is that? You are the guide, you are the leader, you are the creator. That is personal aspect. So in this verse, if you see, the personal aspect has been spoken. At the same time, the impersonal Brahma Jyoti, that means Krishna's effulgence, has been given. At the same time, oh Lord, you reside in everyone's heart as Paramatma. So this kindly remove this rays from your face. I want to see your form. And like sun, here we can understand in a very subtle way, like how the sun rays enters every nook and corner. That means sun rays refers to even Brahmajyoti. Sun reflecting in different pots refers to Paramatma, who is there in everyone's heart. So you are there in my heart also, Krishna, as Paramatma. So three aspects are there, but in a very, very subtle way it is there. You are able to relate it, correlate it in a very subtle way. Brahmajyoti has been given, that is Brahman aspect. Paramatma also has been given, oh Lord, I and you reside in the same body, but I am dependent on you. So that is how I and you. What is it, I and you? Atma, Paramatma. But a lot of difference between that Atma and Paramatma. Paramatma is controller, Atma is controlled. Subtle way, if you see last line, it is Paramatma and Atma which reside in every body has been given. Comparison is given in a very subtle way. Okay. So 17th verse. Vayuranilam amrutamatedam vasmantam shariram. Om kratosmara krutam smara kratosmara krutam smara. Very important verse. Every day, in fact, we should chant this verse. Because which moment I'm going to leave my body, I don't know. Next moment. So I don't know. So this verse should be chanted at least once in a day. At least once a day. Vayu ranilam. Vayu will enter the Vayu. The total air will anilam. Anilam means the total reservoir of air. Our body is made up of Bhumira, Ponalo, Vayu. Bhumira, Ponalo, Vayu. Hammano, Buddhi, Devacha. Ahankariti, Yami, Binna, Prakriti, Ashtara. So Vayu enters anilam. That is the reservoir of air. Amrutam. Amrutam. Indestructible. Athaidam. Now this Basmantam. After being turned to ashes. Shariram. Om Krato Smara Krato. You are the enjoyer of all the sacrifices. Smara. Remember me. Krutam. All that has been done by me. Please remember. Now my body is burnt to ashes. And the Vayu enters the total Vayu. Prana Shakti is gone. So Krato, one who is enjoyer of all the sacrifices, Bhuktaram, O Krato, remember my work for you. Whatever I have done for you. Even a small thing I have done, you should remember. Krishna says, where I have forgotten. But still devotees say. There's a verse in Bhagavad Gita where Krishna says, Neha Vikramana Shvasti Pratyavayona Vidyate Swalpamapyasa Dharmasya Trayate Mahato Bhyat. Even if you do a small thing, I will remember that. And in the next lifetime, you will begin from where you have left. So Krishna is not forgotten, but still devotees are in anxiety. Om Krato Smara Krutam Smara. I have done something, na Krishna. Please don't forget. That means, please allow me to do from where I have stopped. We are not asking a big benefit. We want to continue devotional service. Every devotee wants, isn't it? Every devotee wants to continue devotional service. So this is, even if you don't remember the full words, this much you can say, Om Krato Smara Krutam Smara Krato Smara Krutam Smara Krato Smara Krutam Smara. 3 times it has been told. Om Krato Smara Krutam Smara Krato Smara Krutam Smara. 2 times. 2 times it has been told. Remember, please remember. See. Please remember what I have done for you. Please remember what I have done for you. Krishna will say. And this is the way you are making me remember or what? Yes, yes. You should remember what I have done for you. Even if I have done a small thing, sitting in the class and hearing Bhagavad Gita Bhagavatam, and also you should not forget. My ears are inclined to hear about you. So the next lifetime also, oh Lord, please make nice, wonderful facilities so that I cannot forget you. So in this way, these 2 lines at least you can chant. I think all the devotees will do this, isn't it? Om Krato Smara, Krutam Smara. Om Krato Smara, Krutam Smara. Om is one time only. Om Krato Smara, Krutam Smara. Krato Smara, Krutam Smara. You are Bhoktaram, no problem, be Bhoktaram, but use me as your Bhoga. Isn't it? We are Bhogane ka vastu of Krishna. That is why here Krato has been given, enjoyer of sacrifices. So use all my sacrifices to enjoy. Whatever I am sacrificing, my time, my dhana, my consciousness, use it in your service. It is as a sacrifice. Now, is it not a sacrifice that you are coming and sitting in the class, after the office also. All are busy in their own schedules, but still giving time. That means it is sacrifice. So, Lord, you are enjoyer of that sacrifice. So, whatever I have given as a sacrifice, enjoy it and remember also. Enjoy it and remember, don't forget. And nice, huh? This word. I like this word so much. This is actually a demand that please don't forget to engage me again in your service. You're not asking any fruits. You're just asking again and again service. You're not saying that, oh, I've done this much, now you should give me 2 bungalows. A devotee is not asking for that. Krishna, the devotee is saying, please remember me to engage you. Engage in your service. That is the simplest, you can say, the prarthana or the prayers by the devotees. Mama janmani janmanishware bhavatad bhaktir ahaitukhi tvai. Without any material hetu, engage me in every janma in your service. Sometimes my chest pains. At the time I think, oh, now I'm going to go. At the time I chant this verse. Then I think, oh, it is a gas pain. Sometimes it pains because of so much of work schedule and all. Vayu comes up. So naturally it pains. At that time I chant this verse. Oh, Kritasmara. Oh Lord, please engage me in the next lifetime if I'm going to go by heart attack. But then I say, hey, no, it is all okay now. Heart is okay. But still. So one should remember this verse and chant this verse practically every day. When I went to burn my father's body, I don't know, we were allowed. The girls should not go, ladies should not go, but we went. And we kept all those kandas. Agni was given by my Prabhuji. But when the body was burning, I was just remembering this verse, that whatever devotional service my father has done, oh Lord, please don't forget. It's the most important verse, because this is going to be the gatti for all of us also. Even this body is going to be burnt. At that time, in the total air, our pranavayu enters. But one thing Krishna will not forget, even if I have done a small thing. But still, devotees have no faith in Krishna, you know that? Because Krishna may forget, because he's busy with Srimati Radharani. He may forget. But Radharani will not forget. Radharani will make Krishna remember. So this verse is actually for Krishna to be reminded by Srimati Radharani. Okay. So read this verse, Gita Mataji, and
Hare
just 1, 2 page. This verse purport we can just have for 1 page you can read.
Yeah.
I'm getting it. Read.
Okay. Hare Krishna. वायुरनिलममृतमतेदं भस्मान्तं शरीरम् ॐ क्रतो स्मर कृतं स्मर क्रतो स्मर कृतं स्मर. Translation: Let this temporary body be burnt to ashes, and let the air of life be merged with the totality of air. Now, O my Lord, please remember all my sacrifices, and because you are the ultimate beneficiary, please remember all that I have done for you. Purport: The temporary material body is certainly a foreign dress. The Bhagavad Gita 2.20 clearly says that after the destruction of the material body, the living entity is not annihilated, nor does he lose his identity. The identity of the living entity is never impersonal or formless. On the contrary, it is the material dress that is formless and that takes a shape according to the form of the indestructible person. No living entity is originally formless, as is wrongly thought that by those with a poor fund of knowledge. This mantra verifies the fact that the living entity exists after the annihilation of the material body. In the material world, material nature displays wonderful workmanship by creating varieties of bodies for the living beings according to their propensities for sense gratification. The living entity who wants to taste stool is given a material body that is quite suitable for eating stool that of a hog. Similarly, the one who wants to eat the flesh and blood of other animals may be given a tiger's body equipped with suitable teeth and claws. But the human being is not meant for eating flesh, nor does he have any desire to taste stool. Even in the most aboriginal state, human teeth are so made that they can chew and cut fruit and vegetables, although there are two canine teeth so that primitive human can eat flesh if they so desire. But in any case, the material bodies of all animals and men are foreign to the living entity. They change according to the living entity's desire for sense gratification. In the cycle of evolution, the living entity changes bodies one after another. When the world was full of water, the living entity took an aquatic form. Then he passed to vegetable life. From vegetable life to worm life, from worm life to bird life, from bird life to animal life, and from animal life to the human form. The highest developed form is this
We
human
have this
form.
verse. 1 minute. We have this verse. Jalajana Lakshani Stavara Lakshamimshati. Krumyorudya Sankhyanam. Krumyorudya Sankhyanam. Pakshinam Dashalakshanam. Vimsam Lakshani Vishavah. Dashur Lakshani Manava. Same thing has been given. First is what life has been given? Aquatics. What is given?
Worm.
Jalajana
First is
Lakshani.
mm,
There are 9 lakh species of aquatics. Sthavara Lakshamimshati. That is immovable. Plants are 20 lakhs. Then Krimeo Rudya Sankhyanam, 11 lakhs count of insects. Pakshinam Dashalakshanam, 10 lakhs are Pakshis,
birds.
that is the birds. Swimsa Lakshani Pashavaha, 30 lakhs of four-legged animals. Chatur Lakshani Manav. Same. So this is how we went. From fish, we became trees. From trees, insects. From insects, we became birds. From birds, we became
Animal.
animals. From animal, we became a human.
Human.
So many bodies we have changed, isn't it?
Yes.
Okay.
The highest developed form is this human form when it is possessed of a full sense of spiritual knowledge. The highest development of one's spiritual sense is described in this mantra. One should give up the material body which will be turned to ashes and allow the air of life to merge into the eternal reservoir of air. The living being's activities are performed within the body through the movements of different kinds of air, known in summary as pranavayu. The yogis generally study how to control the airs of the body. The soul is supposed to rise from one circle of air to another until it rises to the Brahmarandra, the highest circle. From that point, the perfect yogi can transfer himself to any planet he likes. The process is to give up one material body and then enter into another. But the highest perfection of such changes occurs only when the living entity is able to give up the material body altogether as suggested in this mantra and enter into the spiritual atmosphere where he can develop a completely different type of body, a spiritual body which never has to meet death or change. Here in the material world, material nature forces the living entity to change his body due to his different desires for sense gratification. These desires are represented in the various species of life, from germs to the most perfected material bodies, those of Brahma and the demigods. All of these living entities have bodies composed of matter in different shapes. The intelligent man sees oneness not in the variety of the bodies, but in the spiritual identity. The spiritual spark, which is part and parcel of the Supreme Lord, is the same whether he is in a body of a hog or in the body of a demigod. The living entity takes on different bodies according to his pious and vicious activities. The human body is highly developed and has full consciousness. According to the Bhagavad Gita 7.19, the most perfect man surrenders unto the Lord after many, many lifetimes of culturing knowledge. The culture of knowledge reaches perfection only when the knower comes to the point of surrendering unto the Supreme Lord, Vasudeva. Otherwise, even after attaining knowledge of one's spiritual identity, if one does not come to the point of knowing that the living entities are eternal parts and parcels of the whole and can never become the whole, one has to fall down again into the material atmosphere. Indeed, one must fall down even if he has become one with the Brahma Jyoti. As we have learned from previous mantras, the Brahma Jyoti emanating from the transcendental body of the Lord is full of spiritual sparks that are individual entities with the full sense of existence. Sometimes these living entities want to enjoy their senses, and therefore they are placed in the material world to become false lords under the dictation of the senses. The desire for lordship is the material disease of the living being, for under the spell of sense enjoyment, he transmigrates through the various bodies manifested in the material world. Becoming one with the Brahmajyoti does not represent mature knowledge. Only by surrendering unto the Lord completely and developing one's sense of spiritual service does one reach the highest perfectional stage. In
Okay.
this mantra,
Okay. Stop here. From here we'll read on Wednesday. Okay. I will try to complete the portion on Wednesday. Any doubts in this class? So after that, directly October, we will meet with the first examination will be there. And October onwards, I'll start with Bhakti Rasamrita. Because 24th onwards, we are going to Vrindavan Yatra. And October 2nd is 64 round chanting. So what is the first Saturday, Sunday which is coming? I think 29th is Sunday. And October, which is a Saturday, Sunday.
21
5 and
is
6.
Saturday.
What? October, which?
5 and 6 are Saturday and Sunday.
5 and 6. So on 5 and 6, we can keep your examination, Ishopanishad, or it's too early? Early. So we can have 12, 13. Is it okay? 12, 13? 12th, na? 12th, na? Because again, Karthik and all will come. That is why. What is the problem? 5th and 6th, you have how many days to study? 10 days?
20.
20 days, na? I think that is enough. So we'll keep examination 5th and 6th, and then start from 7th, nectar of devotion. So you write in the group, 5th and 6th will be the examination. And because I'm completing tomorrow, the portion tomorrow is not tomorrow, day after tomorrow. 18th, I'll be completing. So you have 12 days of years, 17 days you have. Now, practically, you all know how to even chant the verses. So practice. What I have told, let be practice. Here, 5th and 6th will be Ishopanishad examination. Nectar of instruction examinations, whose are pending, you can just tell to Jumur and give the nectar of instruction examination also, plan accordingly. Hare Krishna.
Maraji, one
Mataji,
question.
Yeah.
Maraji, that 8.4 million species breakup, that the verse that you mentioned, oh,
Huh?
uh, the verse that you mentioned for the breakup of 84 lakh.
Jalaja Navalakshani. Find out, put the verse in the group. Jalaja Navalakshani, Sthavara Lakshamishati, Prameo Rupasangyana, Ukshinam Dashalakshanam, Himsa Lakshani Man, Himsa Lakshani Pashava, Chatur Lakshani Man. Yesterday in crash course, I was teaching this.
Okay,
Okay.
Maraji.
Mataji, Hare Krishna. Mataji, what is Brahma Randra?
What? Randra means top. Top head.
Arjuna.
Yogis can go. Yogis can concentrate and remove the pranavayu from Randra. Some people they look and their eyes are open. That means it goes from the eyes. We have 9 holes. The Randra is not counted in the 9th hole. It is only for the yogis this hole breaks. They peacefully go. Their body when they leave is very peaceful. My father's body is very peaceful. They're all yogis actually. They're not ordinary. Every day waking up 3:30, 4 o'clock is not so easy. Every day doing tapasya is not so easy. So these are all like, that is why they get that fortune also. All his work was done in temple. So this we planned something else happened. His ashes went in 3 celestial rivers. So these are all yogis actually, they are not ordinary people. They may seem to suffer, but they don't suffer. They are peaceful. They are all category, comes in the category of Randra, yogis. Okay. Hare Krishna. वाञ्छकल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपासिन्धुभ्यश्च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः। वैष्णवेन्द्र की जय, श्रील प्रभुपाद की जय।